We will discuss about the conflict called blood diamonds in the areas involved Africa. We will see its social, politic, and economic consequences and characteristics, as well as the artistic and cultural side of the movie. The biggest symbol is the one of the red soil, which the actors say it represented all of the bloodshed in the region thanks to the blood diamond trafficking.
There are several economical characteristics that this movie shows to us. The first one would be that the United Nations reports in Angola an estimate of between 1996 and 1997 that the Angola rebel group UNITA exported an average of 700 million US dollars annually alone, which accounted for 10% of the global trade in diamonds. The Kimberley Process Certification Scheme was set up by governments to stop the trade of blood diamonds, and this was launched in January 2003, therefore stopping funds from getting to anti-governmental rebel groups. And the price of diamonds also skyrocketed because of the control of supply by these groups. There are also several long-term consequences. For example, the current governments in Africa could be overthrown by the rebel groups, which are obtaining their finance from the sale of the blood diamonds. And another long-term consequence in extreme cases would be that diamond mining can cause entire ecosystems to collapse, since diamond miners in the Kono district of Eastern Sierra Leone leave behind thousands of abandoned mining pits. Wildlife could vanish and topsoil can erode. In both the movie and the conflict, there are several multicultural aspects. The movie shows mostly the way of life of the affected areas and the people's view towards outsiders, the people who buy the diamonds, and journalists who come to cover the stories of the conflict diamonds. And the movie also shows the perspective of the tourists, the outsiders, the journalists towards the land, the people, and the conflict itself.
One political consequence is that the current governments of affected areas are in threat of being overthrown. Another one is that it could change the structure of the current government to fight off the rebel groups. And finally, if the rebellion is successful, it could change the political philosophy of the country. For example, it could change the capitalist communist. Geographically, the film takes place in Sierra Leone, which is a country in West Africa.
Some international actors in the movie are the government from Sierra Leone and the other affected countries like Angola, Ivory Coast, Democratic Republic of Congo, the Republic of Congo, American policy, and the Canadian policy. Another actor can be the Revolutionary United Front, in charge of diamond mining and the violent revolution. And the last one can be all the companies involved in the sale of these diamonds. Blood Diamond director Edward Swift. He's from Winnetka, Illinois, United States. The more I learned about what happened in Sierra Leone during the war, the more I was appalled by what I and other people did not know. I realized that in this tiny country, there existed very big issues that needed to be addressed. Issues that would be captured the imagination and increase awareness in the world. This was his testimony on why he made this movie. From the song to analyze Diamonds from Sierra Leone, the singer is Kanye West. He is an activist against the purchase of the conflict of diamonds.
The conflict blood diamonds is a term used for a diamond mine in a war zone and sold to finance an insurgency, an invading army, war efforts, or a warlord's activity. This term is used to highlight the negative consequences of the diamond trade in those certain areas like Angola, Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast, and other nations have been given this label because of their past. The culture of the rebel gangs that is in charge of the mining of diamonds and their way of life, as well as the cultural struggles a foreign journalists faced in a conflicted African country like Sierra Leone. The characters are Danny Archer, who is a mercenary trading for the diamond. Solomi Bandi is a slave who finds the diamond. Mady Bowen, which is the journalist that is in charge of pursuing the story. And the main object was the pink diamond, which is a merchandise everybody wants, and it's worth millions of dollars. A cultural aspect is that in Sierra Leone they were used to slavery in diamond mines, but it was not accepted. It was like only they were used to it because of how much it happened. This was created because it became sort of a normal thing to do in that business.